Hey guys, what's up? We just got out of the movie Allegiant, and let's talk about that. Very good
mythical morning.
This is us against the people on the other side of that wall.
They're trying to destroy us.
Where are you going?
We're saving the city.
Shoot her down.
Pull up!
So what's up, guys? I'm Tech. This is Kojak. We're sitting in my car after seeing a Divergent series, Allegiant, and we're gonna chat about it. And this is gonna be the movie that we do our Critique the Critics on, which will be coming out Tuesday.
Yeah.
And once it's out, you'll be able to click
right
there,
there,
right there.
right there.
Stop. All right. So, but for now, we're gonna talk about our basic reaction to this movie after seeing it.
Yeah.
So, we assume that if you're watching this, you've seen the other two that have been out already, and if you haven't, it would be really hard to explain the entire plot of this movie. So
it's not the Hunger Games and it's not the Maze Runner, although we're pretty sure that everyone's going to say and make comparisons to that movie.
Every critic is going to make comparisons to the movie,
which will make it easy.
Yes,
for our Critique the Critics,
for sure. So at this point, the like upper crust faction, or whatever, is all being detained by the other main factions, right?
Something on the lines of that would be a good way to put it. And then, but we find out that there is something more. And if I remember from the trailer, that obviously gives that a lot away. Jeff Daniels is in the movie as the person who is basically showing them that they aren't the only people out there. Yeah,
it's the basic what's on the other side of the wall thing that we've seen in a lot of other movies, like Logan's Run and The Island and things like that. Yeah. But I mean, this movie does it differently, and we don't want to give too much away, but that's the basic gist: is they're finally gonna see what's on the other side of the wall, and if there's other people or other things, or what happened to the world, and what is the world, and what is life, and who are you? And who are me?
What day is it?
What day is it?
All in all, it's a good movie.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it's still very solidly cast. The actors are great, just as the last two. A few things that we found kind of off-putting with just like they ran out of time or ran out of money with some of this with some of the CG.
Some of it looked a little iffy.
Yeah, like you could feel like the green screen in it, and I don't know if it's like when they did the color, they just didn't do enough work to blend it in, or they didn't have enough time, or they just thought they could sneak some stuff by.
On the other hand, the stuff that you could tell they did take time on looked really good.
Yeah,
like
it
really
got
good.
Really windy.
Yeah, it did get windy. But the stuff that they actually took time on and spent the money on looked fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool looking, and a lot of the special effects are really fun to watch. I mean, overall, it wasn't so bad that it took me out of the movie.
But you could just be like, oh.
And be like, that doesn't look that great. But then you move on.
I mean, obviously, in almost every movie, there's way more CG than we think. But the thing with CG is that when it's good, you don't know it exists.
Yeah.
So when you do notice it, that's when you know it wasn't quite done right. And like you said, it's not a bad. It wasn't so bad that it was just like, oh, I'm done with this movie. I wanted to keep watching. I wanted to know what happened next and see where this plot took us.
For sure.
And I actually went into this movie not realizing that there is another one.
Yeah. So there's going to be a fourth, and I would say that there were a few moments where like what happened was obvious.
Yeah.
But this is clearly a series that was written as a young adult book.
It's not Memento.
Yeah, it's not meant for people who are older and have already seen or read a lot of things, and are expecting certain things to happen necessarily. And plus that whole emotional draw-in thing, and then something happens, really works on someone who's like 11 years old. So when it does.
11.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess
like that whole pre-teen, teenager, young adult.
I mean, it's made
age.
for it's made for a little older generation than that, I would think.
Maybe.
But
I would think pre-teen into teens are the people who are reading that book, would be my estimation.
But it's still enjoyable for most ages.
And you can get past those little things.
Yeah.
You know, you can be like, well, that part was obvious, but there's actually a good amount of turns that happen in this movie and in the previous movies that I didn't expect, and you know, there is a bit of where is this going
with it. And one thing they did too is like, it's just when in sci-fi you can usually kind of like automatically assume where things are going and stuff like that, but and there are the occasions like in this one where it's just like in trying to imagine the future, you didn't know exactly where the movie was going to take you, so it was nice to see where, you know, you couldn't guess.
Yeah, and there's also how things happen, which is nice. You know, you have tropes that happen in movies all the time, and it's not necessarily that it's going to happen. You're like, oh, well, I know it's going to happen. A lot of times it's how is it going to happen. Yeah. Even, you know, and that's a big part of what made this movie interesting and fun to watch.
And that's very true too, is when the things that you knew were going to happen, they at least did it satisfyingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Right. Because it's kind of like say you're watching like a horror flick or something like that, and you're like, she's gonna die.
She's gonna run up the stairs.
She's gonna die. Yeah.
Right.
She just had sex and then ran up the stairs, because those are the rules. Never have sex. Never run upstairs.
She's gonna die. But surprise! It's actually the boyfriend that kills her.
Right. No, but that's the thing. Like, you know that it's gonna happen, but it's how is it gonna happen, when is it gonna happen, and
they executed that well.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So kudos to adapting the book, and obviously people liked the book, and so they did I haven't read the book, but like, it seems like it would hopefully be mostly satisfying to people, unless they're the ones, well, on page 32 they didn't put this part in, which is anybody who's really into Lord of the Rings.
Right. But
who wants a 20-hour movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, this movie, it's doing a good job of like really attacking its core audience.
Yes.
But not ignoring the fact that other people might want to watch it too. Overall, it's definitely, you know, action and sci-fi, and obviously if you're into that, you're gonna like this sort of thing. Don't
Accurate.
Yeah. Don't walk in and automatically start comparing it to Hunger Games and Maze Runner and Fifth Wave, and
you can make those.
You can make those connections, but you can make connections to anything.
Right.
I mean, people are making connections to Superman looking like Jesus. You know, you can make connections to all kinds of stuff. So don't do that, and then you'll end up really liking this movie. Get past the bad CGI that shows up sometimes, and like the little things that like you knew were gonna happen, and you can definitely have some fun with this.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
What?
Even though I didn't say it myself.
What?
And speaking of that, click right up there. Again.
Do it.
Yeah. For more reviews that we have.
We got more reviews, got more Critique the Critics, tons of Critique the Critics episodes, and you can check those out for sure.
How many now?
We're about to make number 75.
Yeah. 75?
Yeah, so that'll be out on Tuesday, so make sure you look for that, and see some of the other reviews, and let us know. Have you seen the other Divergent movies? Are you going to check them out? Did you see this one? Did you like it? Do you like where they're going with it and what they've done? What did you love? What did you hate? What did you just go meh about?
Meh.
Meh. Meh. Throw us a like, throw us a bunch of comments. We love chatting with you guys and hearing what you think about these reviews and the other videos we're doing for reals. And basically we just want to chat with you about this one now.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll see you there. And until we see you guys next time,
geek out and game on.